right there on top of the moon. We could sit and do nothing.
Welcome to Soul Flexible Online. My name is Jodie. For today's stretch and release class, all you're going to need is a mat. So let's get started by laying onto our back, bringing both of our knees in towards our body and using our hands to support us by just gently drawing our knees in towards the chest. Have your knees slightly apart, and then in your own timing, if you can close down your eyes and begin to connect to your breath, taking a breath in through the nose and then gently out through the mouth. And again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Keeping the eyes closed, begin to rock your body from side to side, feeling how the floor or the mat underneath you starts to massage the back of your pelvis, your lower back, and perhaps even that upper part of your back. And then coming back into the centre, placing your tippy toes onto the mat and keeping the feet fairly close to your bottom there. Bring the arms wide so they're off of the sides of your mat, and then lightly press your two hands down. Now let's inhale together as we allow our knees to fall to the floor on the left side, very lightly pressing into our right hand. And then as we exhale, we're bringing our knees back through the centre. As we inhale, we're taking the knees across to the right side, pressing that left hand gently down, and then breathing out as we come back to the centre. So this is your supine spine twist. And I invite you to find your own pace and rhythm as we're moving from side to side. Feeling how this gentle movement starts to open the outside of our hips. And you may even begin to feel the release in that lower part of your back. One more of these to each of your sides. And then finishing off with your last one to that right side. Holding as soon as you come back to the centre. Separate your feet so they're slightly apart. You can flatten your feet there. Lifting up the right leg and then place the right ankle over the left thigh. And with both of your hands, if you can scoop up your left leg and then interlacing your fingers behind the back of that leg. Now if that feels like you need a little more, perhaps you're applying some pressure by using your arms so that you're pulling your left leg towards your chest a little. Now if you're quite a flexible person, perhaps what you might like to do is put your fingers over your shins, and that'll help you to deepen the stretch. We're wanting to feel the stretch through the right bottom cheek, and it's not uncommon to also feel the stretch in the inner side of the leg, so the inner thigh. Let's take one more slow, deep breath together. And then we're releasing that side. Going straight over to the opposite side. So left ankle over the right thigh. Picking up the right leg with your hands. And just hugging that leg in towards the chest so you're feeling the stretch on the left side of your bottom. Again, if you're quite flexible, take the option of popping your hands over the top of the shins so that you're getting more of a stretch. So a few more moments there. And then we can release the legs. Now bring both of your feet mat distance apart. So we'll still be laying down. Your feet are mat distance apart, which will then make your knees quite far apart there. The hands can rest back down onto the floor, just off the edges of your mat. And then if you can twist the legs towards the left again, but this time the legs will stay apart, just allowing the right side to open a little deeper. And we're actually going to hold that position. Use the breath to help you relax. And let's continue to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. And the next time you begin to exhale, Let's bring our knees to the center and then you're over to the opposite side. Again, keeping the legs apart and allowing this time that left knee to feel heavy towards the floor so that you're feeling that outer thigh stretch. One more slow, deep breath there, you guys. And then coming back into the center. Now rolling yourself over onto your tummy. And if you can place your left hand underneath your forehead, and then with the right knee, bend that knee and pop your hand around the top of your foot. So while you're rested, you're just pulling the right heel down in towards your bottom until you feel the right thigh stretch. Now, if for any reason you can't reach the foot, you could grab a towel or a skipping rope, anything you have at home to assist you with the stretch. If you're quite flexible, try hovering your knee off the floor ever so slightly to increase the stretch, as well as pressing both of your hip bones gently down into the mat. And then let's release that side. So swapping the right hand and then taking that left hand back to grab your foot, resting the forehead back down onto the hand, taking those options of a towel if you need the support, or if you're quite flexible or want more, you're lifting your knee to a hover off the floor as you press both of the hip bones gently down. One last breath there. And then you can release your leg. Now bring your arms out to the side of your mat in what I call stop sign. And if you have a look at your elbows, what you're wanting is that they're slightly lower than your shoulders. You have your fingers all spaced, and then let's separate our legs so they're about hip distance apart. The nose comes down to the mat so that we're slightly hovering off the mat. And then as we take an inhale, start to roll your nose along the mat until your eyes can see the top end of your mat. Then holding the neck there, start to gently press into the hands as you lift your chest, coming into extension of your upper back. And then melting the spine all the way down. And then bringing your nose back down towards your mat there. So let's inhale, stretching our nose forward. And then lifting the chest. And then as we exhale, we're melting the body all the way back down and bringing the nose back to the mat. One more time. And releasing the body all the way down. Using your hands, if you can take them back by your chest, lift the body up. And then bring your knees underneath your body with your knees apart, popping your bottom down onto your two heels. Stretch your hands forward, coming into rest pose position, allowing the forehead to find the mat. Keep using the breath. And I invite you to press the hands a little firmer and use them to try and allow your bottom to become heavier onto your heels. As you inhale, lifting your face so you're looking forward, and then step your hands as far as you can to the right side until you feel the stretch down the left side of your body, and then relaxing the forehead back down to the mat. Inhale, lifting your face, and then walking the hands across as far as you need to until you find the stretch down that right side of your body and relaxing your body down. Gently breathing, allowing the breath to flow as you're holding. And then inhaling as you lift your face, stepping your hands all the way back to the center. One last time, softening down into your rest pose. Forehead finds your mat. And then begin to step the hands towards the knees to finish your program.